Hi Divine Rebels, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings here. Hey! And we are going to get into another pick a card reading. We're just staying on top of it. This one is Who Do They Think You Are? A fun and sassy way to see, you know, what kind of person do they think you are? How do they view you? Who are you to them? All of those juicy details. This one has some little fun fantasy aspects to it. We have some Lord of the Rings oracles in here, an oracle deck that has dragons. We have some mythology cards and, you know, tarot, oracle, different things. So we do have some romance cards, and we have some dice here. We have an astrology dice on each one of them. One is the houses, one the planets, one the signs, and then we have the different color regular dice, as you can see here. So we have what we're going to do is each of you will get a roll from your own dice that you pick. We have white dice for number 2, red dice for, or sorry, y'all, stop the press. White dice for number 1, red dice for number 2, green dice for number 3, and everybody will get a roll from the astrology dice as well. But just, you know, I just separated them up for some color coding. So for option number 1 here, we have the purple dice. It has the zodiac signs on it, and we have the white and black dice. It happens to have a 6 and a 4 on top right now, if that matters to you. For number 2, we have red dice. They have a green astrology dice. This one has the planets. It has the sign of the planet of Neptune on top with 6 and 4. I didn't mention number 1 has the sign of Sagittarius on top. Number 3, we have the green dice. It's a 6 and a 1, so all of them almost have 6 and 4. 6 and a 1. It's the blue dice that represents the houses in astrology, and there's a number 3 on top. Okay, just giving the extra details. I want you guys to be able to make your choices. I know people have special numbers and signs and planets and all of that goodness, so that's what we're doing. So again, option 1, white dice, option 2, red dice, option 3, green dice, and we are going to go ahead and get into it and see who do they think you are. This is a 2-part series, so watch out for who do they think they are. Okay. You know we like to get the tea around here. So we're gonna get it in, dive in to number 1. Okay. And thank you for all the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all so much. All the old subscribers, the day ones, I appreciate you so much. Okay, Divine Rebels, where we at? I'm gonna put these out here so I remember to do the astrology dice too. Okay, for number 1, those that chose the white dice, who do they think you are? Let's see, let's get it in. We have the hobbits. Aww. We have Shelob's lair. We have the time guardian, you have time. We have past life relationship. We have make the effort. We have Lakshmi, Soul Star, which is like above the crown chakra. It's a chakra aspect. We have from Lenormand the book, which in this one is the Book of Shadows. And we have the ring. This one has a pentacle on it. And then we have some tarot cards over here. We're going to hold the tarot for a moment and look into this first, okay? So who do they think you are? Well, they see you as someone, look, these even look like little hobbit kids, don't they? Oh, so cute. So they see you as somebody who's just very comfortable and abundant and relaxed in life. You might have a very locked in family unit. You might have like just people around you, and they might see you as just having a lot of love and support and togetherness. Maybe you do things like you go to family brunch on certain days, or you just have like a routine in your life with the people who are maybe your chosen family in life, and they just see you as thriving and having a comfortability and a protection that's there. They see you as somebody who has benefited from the blessings or the hard work of previous generations. Maybe you still have your elders around you, and I do want to say this is all with their perspective. So maybe for them, maybe you're like, well, I don't have a huge family like that, but maybe compared to what they come from, like they're just amazed that you have like grandparents that you can go to, or you know, so everything's in perspective. But this person feels like, wow, like you're just a really happy, jolly, comfortable person. They might see you as not always looking outside of your life or your realm. There's a very earth sign energy here, so it could be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, how they perceive you. There is a little Scorpio though, and we'll get to that. But yeah, they see you as somebody who, it just seems like you have time to accomplish things in life. They might be like, wow, how do you accomplish all this? Like, how do you get this done? Did you start in a past life? Okay. Maybe they feel like you must have reaped rewards from your past lives, or that you just came out kind of ahead in the lottery for, you know, your setup when it came to your incarnation. Maybe you have more privilege than they do, or different like social caste than they have, and so they're like, oh, okay, must be nice, all right. But I don't feel like they see it in a negative way. They see you as accomplishing things with the time that you have. Maybe you've gone to school or whatever it is. A lot of you might interestingly enough have a trade versus going and getting a lot of diplomas and stuff. So they might see you as somebody who's good at your work at hand that you have, whether or not you've gone to long-term schooling, or maybe there's like a family trade or something, family business for some of you that has been passed down. Yes, but they see you as being under a lucky star, basically, and just being very blessed, a little bit naive, sometimes a little bit protected. At the same time, they see you as having some baggage that you've inherited as well, some shadows in the closet. Maybe some of the wealth or things that were accumulated in your family weren't from the best of means, or maybe there's just been some difficulty with certain family members or things that have happened. For some of you, they might know a secret about your family that you don't know. I know that sounds very strange, but especially if they're close to your family unit, or they might have a perception that you don't. So maybe they're able to see certain dynamics of your family that they're like, oh, that ain't good. That ain't good. But you guys are so locked in tight, or just so used to those dynamics, that you guys don't really see it that way, and you're used to your routines and habits, right? So that can happen with a lot of families. But they might be like, you know what's reminding me of is like Everybody Loves Raymond, where Deborah comes into their family and she's just like, oh my god, what the hell is going on in this family? And they're just like, this is normal, this is what we do. So for some of you, they have it like that with you. Yeah, but they might feel like there's some secrets that you've learned about your family, maybe about your heritage or your family's past, or things that they know that you don't know yet, as I said. Yeah, and for some of them, it could even be like, maybe it's interesting to them to discover like your family seems so like practical and conservative and prudent or something, but then they find out that there was like children out of wedlock, and you know, things that are not the reputation that you and your family put forth, but behind there's like these secrets. And the more you get, it's almost like a sitcom, like the more you get to know this family that seems like they're fine, you know, there's like all these secrets behind the scenes. Maybe they are aware that you guys are like witches or magical practitioners of some sort, but you know, no one else would know. Little Harry Potter vibe, right? The Dursleys don't want anyone to know. But yeah, they see that there are, you know, there's some battles that have happened in your life, or some things that you've overcome, or that maybe you've shared some of your secrets to them, and they're aware of that. And I don't feel like they would be telling them, although it's almost like they do want to kind of write a book. They might try to figure out some answers. So they could have Scorpio in their chart, or you could have Scorpio, definitely. They definitely like very intense absolute energy. They really have a connection with your spirit, so they feel like you're somebody that they've known or been around in past lives. They might question whether or not you guys were able to actually make a relationship happen, and now they feel like we have time, like, okay, I got time for this this lifetime, okay, made sure to come through on that soul star travel, arrived right on time. We have time to make the effort and to actually have some committedness and some yeah, just like commitments together this lifetime. So for some of you, they do see you as married with a family, so that could be the shadow. Maybe they're the secret, okay. Maybe they're like, well, okay, this is another thing coming in. So for some of you, they see you as having done the practical thing and married the practical person. Again, very earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, could be Cancerian energy. You might have, maybe you like came from a small town, married the person you were supposed to from high school that everyone expected, had some kids, like haven't had too many bumps in the road, that kind of thing, but you just did what was, like, you know, it's like, okay, I'm happy, like I don't know, it's like settling, maybe a little bit of contentment with it, but they might see it that way and they feel like they are kind of your dark secret, this, you know, soul connection that's going to shake things up were they to come in. It says, integrate wisdom from your higher self. I'm definitely getting an Aquarian edge to this, like kind of coming into the mix. So maybe if, some of you have Aquarian placements, okay? So let's get into the tarot. So what do they feel like, or how do they feel about you when it comes to the tarot? Who do they think you are? We have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the Daughter of Swords. We have the Magician, which is a Set and Osiris on this deck. And we have the Five of Swords, Five of Air, which is Harionango. Okay? So they see you as having a little bit of feistiness. Maybe you put your boundaries with them. They see you as having some restlessness. Maybe you're like, I don't want to be in this content little hobbit bubble. I do want to go on an adventure. I do want something dark and dangerous and, you know, mysterious in my life. Excuse me. They might feel like they don't want to be like, yeah, they might worry that you just want to use them for your rebellious time. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so now you want to take a walk on the wild side. Now you come knocking on my door. Okay. You know, there could be some of that vibe where they're like, oh, I'm supposed to be the one to put you back together. I'm the one you run to when things are rough and tumble, when you feel like a hot mess, when you're trying to, yeah, just rebel, when you're trying to shake your life up. You know, they kind of feel that way. It's funny too, because I feel like they don't take you seriously if you're mad or upset. They're just like, it's almost like you're just like a little butterfly or something trying to be mad at them. And they're just like, okay, whatever, you so mad, I get it, you so mad, like, and you're just like trying to curse, you're trying to say mean words, you're trying to be tough, or when you try to act like you don't care about something, they might just think that's the funniest thing. They might think it's so funny, like, to hear you curse or get mad or get frustrated about something, because they're just like, really? Or they might just feel like first world problems. For some of you, they really do. They're like, that's what you're upset about? Really? You're upset that they didn't have your Louis Vuitton today? Or whatever it is. Like, they just feel like, man, child, you don't know how comfortable you got it. Like, you really don't. Like, you really, really don't. Yeah, so... They feel like things just work out for you. They work out for you, and I don't think they're mad about it. I don't think so. They just want to make sure that they're not that they're that you can understand them. They might feel like you might not understand where they come from, or like the things that they've really been through. They might feel like yeah, they just don't want to be like they just don't want to be the stereotypical like bad boy or something that you use up and then you run back the Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay, and have your little life that you can post about in the newspaper that's picture perfect or whatever. But you know what I mean? So they're like, no, they want you to make the effort. And right now they're feeling like you could that you might be willing to like, what's it called, explore that energy with them and have more committedness with them and togetherness, okay? So, but they see you as having money, being abundant, and since you are the alchemist, you create your abundance. They might see you as having that blockage removed and being very good at that, just very good at achieving things in the physical realm, like the energy of Saturn and earth signs. They feel like you're really good at that kind of stuff, even though they might question like your job. I don't know, some of y'all work for like corporations or like the government or different things like that. So for those of you who do something like that versus working your own trade, this person seems to have like this like Aquarius Scorpio edge to them, and so they might really be questioning like, oh, that's how you get your money? Like, do you know what it costs for you to sit pretty in your picket little fence? Like, they kind of have that vibe to them. But at the end of the day, like, it's all love, you know. I feel like they're very protective of you. They feel like you love hard, like you go hard for people who are in your inner circle regardless. Like, you will have the back of people around you that you care about, even if you don't make no sense. It's like, even when it makes no damn sense for you to be defending these people, they're like, but you know what, I can't even fault you. You trying to be loyal. So all right, let's see Who do they think you are with the astrology dice? We have Virgo. Okay, we have Venus and Virgo, which now the sun, or Venus just literally went into Virgo a couple days ago. Venus and Virgo in the 9th house. Okay, so yeah, they see you as somebody who can be very practical, very routine, that you love in practical ways, that you care about, like, have people eaten, how's their health, what's their day-to-day routine, like their work. They might feel like if people aren't in your day-to-day routine, it's hard for you to maintain connections with them or hard for you to care about them. But you do have this little 9th house, and that's kind of that little slightly rebellious side to you where you do want to branch out. You do want to maybe like be with someone from a different culture, or maybe you want to go to college and explore things in higher education that people in your family haven't, or maybe you want to go and travel or move somewhere and the rest of your family is kind of like in the same area or place. So they see you having this expansion that you want to explore, and it's almost like that's where they come into the picture. Okay, who do they think you are? And we have a 6 again. These 6s are crazy, y'all. Even when I gathered the dice and put them to the side, they all had 6s in their dice again. 6 and 2. So yeah, they feel very relationship oriented to you. They feel like you are somebody who's extremely social, extremely giving and caring to those around you, that you connect with. Again, you do have your own rules for who can be in your scene and who can be in your clique. You might have that Libra energy going on. But once people are in your scene, in your social circle, okay, you go hard for them. They also see you as somebody who could be very into beauty, and you might be very precise with your image, with your eyebrows, with your highlight, all that kind of stuff. Yes, some of you, it depends. With Virgo energy, it always goes one or either way. Either there's that very practical, it doesn't matter if it's fashionable because it's comfortable and it serves a purpose. So some of you are more in that vein, and then the rest of you will be like, you know, looking super posh, very like editorial, very, you know, airbrushed. Everything needs to be right, everything needs, you know, line it up tight, it needs to be even, that kind of thing, very tailored. So that is what they see in you and who they think you are. All right, so drop down below, are they right or are they right? No, maybe not. Let us know, okay? And I will talk to you guys again on another one. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, please. I appreciate you dropping through. Whoop, whoop. These are fun. It's a fun little mix of cards. Okay. For those of you that chose number 2 with the red dice, who do they think that you are? Who do they think you are? Let's see what we got going on. We have the realm of Lothlorien. Ooh, okay. Could have some Capricorn energy. The city of Minas Tirith. Could have some Aries, that's for sure. Some Scorpio. We have Queen Mab. Your ancient wisdom is awakening. So they see you so ethereal. They see you like Gladriel, you know what I mean? Like in Lord of the Rings, they see you as like haunting and mystical and powerful. Like, wow. We have the full moon, as if we need to confirm. Yes, they see you as having all this power. Anahata, which is the heart chakra. Beautiful. I love it. They see you as mischievous. There's 2 different supposed to be like female cards, the lady cards. This is Lenormand, and there's the lady and the gentleman, and they incorporated 4 of them in this deck of different colors, outfits, which are the different elements. So this is air. You could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, or they could and there's also okay. All the cards are out, guys. But yes, we have the bouquet from Lenormand. We have new love and codependency from the oracle cards. So this person could have an element that is trying your own zodiac element. They could really love the culture you come from and just how you work your energies, your natural energies. They see you as being very mischievous and a little spoiled. They feel like you just have this kind of charisma that makes people just be at your beck and call. Not that you don't give back as well, because people like you just have a bit of the it factor, right? And so they feel like yeah, like you have they have to come to you with something. Like people can't just message you out of nowhere. Maybe you're somebody who just very easily or seemingly to other people, you very easily are always given things, like you're always getting gifts, or you're always like, you might get like, I'm just getting like high school, you know, when it was like Valentine's, you might have gotten a lot of Valentines or something, or this is how this person perceives you, like you have a lot of suitors, you have a lot of people who will do things for you. Maybe they see you as like your friends would be the ones to like pick up the bill or tab when you go out. I mean, they see you as being very powerful and holding a lot of energy and space, like creating your own kind of realm in a way. Like maybe you are kind of the social scene, like you're the head person out of the friend group or something, so you kind of create the energy that other people come into, and as such everyone else, like you're kind of the alpha. Basically they see you like an alpha, and they see you as somebody who like you don't always talk to everybody, like you're social and mischievous, and you're probably, they see you as being really good at social media and things like that, but then you can also really pull away from everyone and be very solitary and be like, give the cold shoulder to people. You might have Capricorn, like Capricorn rising or something in your chart, where you can just make that look like, don't talk to me now. You can have Virgo rising, okay, where you just have that energy sometimes where it's like, no, I'm exclusive. Like even the moon here is like closing their eyes, like no, don't come any closer. Don't make me get my bodyguard. So they're just like, oh, okay. So they see you as both being friendly and like having this energy, like you're attainable, but then having this other side to you where you withdraw and are cooler and don't let people come close, or even can be a bit like defensive or a bit martial about things, and give people a hard time if they cross your boundaries. So you might surprise people sometimes, like if they come across you at the wrong time, or like maybe you're very bubbly on like social media, but and people meet you in person and you're just like, why are you talking to me? You could have a Taurus rising, okay? Taurus rising is like that, like, why are people talking to me? I don't understand. But then they seem more approachable to people than they feel, right? So they see you that way. They see you as being very cheeky, like you always have like a low-key smart ass comment to say. You could be a bit smart alecky, or like, you know, just having that air sign kind of backhanded compliments kind of thing, where you're just kind of like, did anyone catch that? Like that wasn't fully complimenting you right now. And they see you like very dependent on social life and social connection. So again, there's this feeling of like you'll withdraw, and you will like just be a little bit uppity sometimes, but at the same time, like you really are dependent on everybody around you in ways, just like they also come to you because you have a way of nurturing others. They do see you as being kind-hearted and generous, and maybe you give a lot of gifts to people. I even heard like give gifts to your followers, so maybe some of you are like influencers or something, or you just have like a lot of people on your social media and you do things to give back. Maybe you volunteer with animals or things. So they see you having like, you do use your powers for good when you feel like it. Yes, let's see what this is. Cleanse to illuminate your mind, body, and spirit. So they could see you as somebody who takes a lot of time to go on like spa days and rejuvenate yourself and like beautify yourself, and really like need to be in your calm space, like kind of like Gemini energies. Like Geminis can't have too much chaos around them as much as they love it and create it without getting very off balanced. And so they might see you that way, just kind of very witty and playful and social, but then having that side of you that needs to like withdraw and isolate a bit and like work on your mental health and just like have your own time and space to yourself, so that you can deal with putting so much energy and social energy out to others, if that makes sense. So they might feel like you do this with them. They might feel like on one side they want to like shower you with gifts, they want to connect with you, they want to have heart to hearts, they want to have like all this emotional energy. Some of you, like your moon sign is more nurturing or emotional, but maybe your rising and your sun signs are not. Okay, so it could be something like that. Maybe you're like an Aries sun and like a Cap rising or something, but then you have this like little cuddly moon sign. And so people are just like, like this person doesn't know which side of you that they're gonna get. It says your ancient wisdom is awakening. So they do feel like you're evolving. Maybe when they first met you, they thought that there was more superficiality there, and that you just like were more like, okay, show me the money. What can you give me? How can you add to my bankroll or whatever? And now they're like, oh, okay, so you do, like, you care about feelings, you have feelings, you have some spirituality, all that kind of thing. Yes. So let's see, what else. New love. I definitely think they feel like you always have opportunities to love, and that you might constantly be dating. Maybe they know you're on like Tinder, like they could know what goes on at night. They could be really up on your dating life, or like who you had a crush on. Like I feel like they just watch you. They watch who, you know, hits on you, who likes you, who you've shunned. It's like a, you know, their reality TV. Like they kind of see you like that, as like a social media personality in that way. So they're always like, okay, who's gonna come and try to win the affections of this person next, and who's gonna, and then you're gonna, you know, kick them to the curb. But at the same time, you're going to go right back into dating, because, you know, they do see a kind of codependency. Maybe you always have like your family or your friends or someone, the next person you got to date, you know, they're like, damn, didn't you just have the breakup of your life 3 days ago? So for some of you, it would be different things. If you're like, well, I don't really date, then it could be they always feel like you're around other people in some way, but they just feel like, yeah, you always have people around at your disposal, whether or not you are opening up to them. And they might feel like you do a little push-pull game with them and with other people, letting people get very, very, very close, and then like pushing them away, and isolating, and going and having to entertain yourself with something new because you get bored or something. So you could have like Aquarius or Aries or Gemini moon, maybe even Sagittarius moon. Okay. Yeah, so let's see what the astrology dice say. Who are you to them? I'm jumping ahead of the tarot, but we'll get to that. Okay, so they see you as moon. You got moon. Can you see that? Moon in Aries. Okay, so definitely some of you all have moon in Aries in the 6th house, Virgo, Aries energy. So yeah, they might see you at work. Some of you do like volunteer with like animals or something, or really care about animals. So they see this mix of you being like kick-ass and fierce and don't fuck with me, but then they're also like, yeah, but behind all of that, like you being anal and wanting to smash people and stomp on them with your little boots, like you're also nurturing and caring behind the scenes. Like, I know that you're so particular because you care about things, like even if you guys are just on the next level where you're just kind of bougie, they're like, okay, but you're being bougie because you love me, like you want me to have the best champagne. It's like they're starting to see the other side in what at first might have scared them a little bit, or they thought was, you know, a bit rude or a bit rash or something, or like, why are you being so picky about things? And now they're like, oh, okay, I get it, it's part of your love style, or at least that's how they're seeing you. They see you as someone who rushes into new things all the time, and someone who's very led by your emotions as much as you try to act like you're not. Like Aries moons are so led by their emotions. They think they're not. They think they got it handled. No, they're reactionary, completely reactionary. And so this person feels like that with you. Like, you know, 1 minute you're feeling something, the most intense emotion you felt in your life, hate it or love it, because it's probably you hate it or love it. And then the next minute you're over it, done, never happened. And then you're on to something else. And they feel like you're like this in love. Okay, so that makes sense, especially Aries placements, Venus and Moon and Mars in love situations. Yes, it's like, okay, another one. They see you as really putting your heart into like your day-to-day career, or like your patterns of the things that you do for like your healthcare, day-to-day management of your life, your schooling maybe. So they really like to see you passionate about things. You get very animated to them when you are interested in something, when you like discover something that you have that's like you can talk about with somebody, that's like a commonality that you have with them. And so they might try to learn like different hobbies or things that you like, because they like to see you light up and get really excited and sparkly and spunky about things when you're very interested in them. At the same time, they know at any moment if they overstep or if they do something wrong, like then they can get this coming into them. Okay, this mean mug, like No, no. Next. So they're a little afraid that you'll give them the clap, let's be honest. All right, you even got the red dice over here. They might feel like you're too hot to handle sometimes, okay? Let's see, who do they think you are? We have a 4 and a 2. So yeah, just that balance. They feel like on the one side you are so social and very like dateable. People, you might have Libra rising. Like people always feel like Libra risings would make good partners. Like a lot of celebrity males have that, but they're the ones who end up being like the chronic bachelors, because on the descendant of Libra rising is Aries. So in their relationship they're more like Aries, and so they could see you like that, like kind of like a Libra rising, where they're like, oh, you're so charming and so dateable, you have suitors lining up around the block. But then look, here goes look, another one bites the dust. What happened behind those closed doors? Okay, because you have the 4 energy, so they know you're not a fool. They know that you are strong. They know that you are have this badass side to you that comes out. So like you might be crying about something or upset about something, but you can exact your vengeance if you want to. You can handle what's to come. You can toughen up and surprise people. The city of Minas Tirith here, you can stand up against some really gnarly shit in life and not let it get you down. And I feel like they really admire you about that. Like you can go through the most horrible thing and then you kind of cry, and then you're kind of like, did I die though? And then you go right back to being that social butterfly, putting a smile on your face, having something. And so they've seen behind that mirror, they feel like, or behind that veil, where they're like, okay, you're not just being shallow, you're not just trying to talk about these little silly things to be shallow. Like it's your way of pushing forward and staying positive and keeping life moving, even when you've had to confront some really harsh shit, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's like you really know how to boss up about things. And so they see a side of you that maybe other people don't, and they really do see you as strong. They see you as having a backbone. They see you as being like a safe place for your friends, and really holding it down. At first they might be like, oh, like your social circle might be a little bit messy sometimes, and they're just like, what is going on? Is this high school? But then behind the scenes, once they know you more, it's almost like high school. It reminds me of high school, where you're like, how are you all friends? There's always something messy going on. But then you learn about those heart-to-heart sleepovers and helping each other through parents' divorce and like this deep stuff, and you're like, oh, that's why all this little petty stuff that happens in dating and gossip and stuff doesn't bother y'all, because you have this deep foundation with each other. And when it really comes down to it, when you're really called to it, you show up for people. And so they feel like that about you, like in a good, surprising way. They're like, wow, you really show up for people. So let's take a look at these tarot cards here. Who do they think you are? So we have the Hangman reversed. We have the God of Wands, which is the King of Wands. And then we have the 9 of Water, the 9 of Cups here. You could definitely be a Pisces. You got Lady of the Lake, which really ties into that Lothlorien energy for me. You got the Hanged One reversed again, Tiamat. And you got the 4 of Earth, the 4 of Pentacles reversed with the Sphinx, which is interesting because you got the 4 up here. Now they might feel like you can't keep a secret, okay? They're just like, if I tell you a secret, it's gonna come out. Like the Hangmans are both reversed. There's no ancient secrets here. All your friends gonna know. Everybody's gonna know. It's gonna be on the next album, the next talent show. You guys are gonna perform it. Yes, they feel like you have secrets that you keep to yourself, and that you will make people hold loyalties to you, but it's like, it's kind of that, again, that energy, like you're that alpha, you're the showstopper kind of thing. But that when it comes to you having to hold people's secrets, maybe yes, maybe no. Depends on how relevant it is that you want to share the information to others. Again, they always feel like you have a very just very dynamic suitors around you, that maybe you draw the alphas to you. Okay, it could be hard to try to get your attention in your eye because you got 6-packs around you 24/7. Like, dang, did you hire security? Oh, they're trying to get with you. Oh, okay. They might feel like everywhere that you go, that you just maybe you're somebody who always has, like, you're getting a discount, you're getting in for free, someone's picking up your meal, all these kind of things. And Yeah, they might feel like you don't always choose to listen to your intuition. Like you could tap in if you wanted to, which we saw over here, because we have that the queen witch energy, the what is it, the queen elf, right? All this kind of energy here in your cards. But then we have this with the lady of the lake as well, deep wisdom, but the hangman are turned reversed. So either you guys do like kind of casually spit deep knowledge, right? You might pretend, oh yeah, in Cosmo magazine I read this, but you're reading their whole fortune in their whole palm, right? So you guys might play it off real cool. But here with the Sphinx reverse and all of this, like you be spilling secrets. But they might feel like you don't either you quite often leave your spiritual path and just are like, okay, whatever, and kind of forget how spiritual you are, or you just do it in such a chill way that people don't realize. Like you might really play it off. You might really play it off and just, you know, act like you heard it from a little bird, right? It was like it's just some gossip on the grapevine, but you're spitting mad knowledge about somebody's whole past life, tarot card reading, astrology, whatever. So they know you be knowing things. They know you be knowing things, but it's kind of like that. That's why her hair is big. It's full of secrets, like that kind of vibe. Yeah, let's see. They feel like you're gonna probably not be happy unless you settle with somebody who's like got it all going on, like super handsome, super popular, or good looking, you know, very popular, maybe a little known, maybe a little bit celebrity, or, you know, people just know who they are kind of energy, very dynamic, very athletic, just very put together, a good business person running their own thing. So they feel like you might be holding out for somebody that's just very spectacular. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles reversed, I think that's them seeing that, okay, it's not just all about money and stuff with you. You like your luxuries, you like things to be of a certain caliber, but if truth be told, you know, that it's kind of like they don't know if you can make it without certain things, but at the same time they're realizing that you're not just like a Scrooge about things, or, you know, as just snobby as maybe some people that did have your taste or your finances could be. Yeah, there's a lot of Pisces in these tarot cards. The last one's Capricorn, Leo. Yes, there could be some Leos. Okay, there could be some Leos in this group. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for y'all. It's just like anything else, they definitely feel that deeper water. So if you have like some hidden water in your planetary alignment or something in your chart, they feel that deeper wisdom that you have when you just be sitting there, you be seeing through people, looking through people. They know, they be knowing. Yeah, and they just feel like you're very generous. You're just kind of like, you can make people's dreams come true, or you hold that energy. Like if people just know you, if people just get close to you, they too could have some of this popularity and good luck and, you know, gifts in abundance on them kind of vibe. So that is who they think you are. Please let me know, one, if you think this is accurate, because this is their perception of you. And also, if you like this reading, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Hey. All right, y'all. For those of you that chose number 3, who do they think you are? All right, let's get down to it. Okay, we got Bjorn the Shapeshifter. And we got the Blessed Realms. Game changes. All right, some game changes in the house. We also have Wu Wong, Wild Pure Heart, with the dragon card here. We have the Wolf from Lenormand, which is usually the dog. We also have the Moon card, so the Wolf and the Moon. Cue Selena Gomez. Wolves. Let's see, you guys had a lot of tarot to come through, but we're gonna wait. You guys had a lot of cards in general. Now it's interesting because in this oracle, you guys got the 2 cards that have like the cosmic black background. So there's a chakra card, all the chakras aligned, and there's the moon phases card, and you guys got both of them. We also got pay attention to the red flags, trust, oops, and reconciliation. All right, so let's see. What does all of this mean? Sorry if y'all can hear that. I got a lot of phones over here because I've been trying to get this all right for y'all. Okay, hopefully, I'm sorry if the camera's off kilter again. We have a little tripod attachment coming. I think I said it earlier, so we'll be fixing that. I know it's annoying. I was a photographer, y'all, photography major, yes, but we just trying to get it out to y'all, okay? We doing what we can. So, who do they think you are? They feel like you are somebody who is a game changer. You could definitely have Aquarius in your chart. All right, they feel like you are just mad powerful and just like fierce and a little rough around the edges, very wild, very untamable. You could definitely have universal signs. So universal signs are Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, okay? There's also could be some Cancer or Scorpio in this. So they feel like you are just ahead of your time, that you're really looking to make big changes, like not just, you know, personally in your relationships, but that you get restless in your personal relationships because you are looking for deeper healing in the world. Like you're not somebody who people can really hoodwink or get away with bullshit, right? You see all these red flags here, and you'll call people out. Like right here, this person's drawing down the moon. Like, oh yeah, is that the truth? Well, here, let me call down my ancestors. Trust, okay, trust. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, honey. Go ahead, have a seat. I'm just gonna pull up some tea. All right, so they see you as somebody like, don't play, don't play. We are not about that today. We got moon card twice. Okay, we'll see if it came up in tarot as well when we look at your tarot cards. But they're just like, you are not the one. You are not the one to play with. You're not the one, because you come 100. Look at him running in here. You come 100. You protect what you're meant to protect. You are somebody who is trying to have you're trying to have heaven on earth, okay? You're not just trying to escape to other realms. You're trying to have loyalty and healing and true connectedness here. They see you as somebody who's very psychic, very aligned to the spiritual realms, somebody who can just have an alignment within yourself that's a bit unnerving. Like your presence is huge to them. You might have Jupiter in the first house. You might have or on your midheaven or your moon. You could definitely have Sagittarius placements, or even, you know, Pisces, especially if it's connected with a lot of Neptune or Jupiter in your chart. You just have a huge energy field to this person, and they feel like you are somebody who's meant to be a leader. You can be very solitary sometimes. You could definitely be a loner sometimes. You could be somebody who can be very connected to animals, but not in the way like with number 2. It was more like, oh, I go and help animals, and it's more like a pet kind of way. Like you connect to the wilds. You connect to, you know, you might be somebody who's good at just being on the land, or just being in tune with like Mother Earth and the shifts of nature, right? You could be like a weather witch or something, and somebody who's very in tune to the ocean and just has that spirit, that vastness about you, that you get messages, you know, from the wind and just from everything that happens. You could definitely be an environmentalist, or, you know, basically just a protector of the sacred, you know, caring about what's going on in the earth, protect Amazonia, okay? They just see you as somebody who's very fierce. You're very trustworthy to them, extremely trustworthy to them, and they know that once that somebody loses your favor, because you're willing to work on deep things, right? You're loyal to your pack. You have the wolf here. You're very, very loyal, and it says here a pure heart. You know, somebody who just is really pure-hearted. You really sort through your own emotions to make sure that you are having like the best intentions, and you're instinctual and you're intuitional, or you know, you follow your intuition at the same time. And some people can only kind of do one, and some people's instincts aren't the best, and they should, you know, intuition's always right, but instinct can sometimes be off depending on if we are in a false programming with our survival mode and things, right? But they feel like both of yours coincide and work so beautifully, and that's why you got the wolf and the moon, which are just like, you know, you're just in cycle, you're in tune, like you have that I'm here for a reason, right? To this person, like you incarnated for a reason, you came back for a reason to this place and time, and you're somebody who's really meant to call, you know, be kind of like a whistleblower, really call things out that are wrong, really stand up for what is right and what is good in the world, and teach people to have hope and trust. They see you as somebody who can have a big, like, you could be very artistic. You just have that enigmatic quality to you. Again, you could have Neptune somewhere in your chart, like your 10th house. You could have moon on the 10th house. You could have like Neptune or moon rising, or in the 7th house. They see you as somebody who is really meant to somebody who's really meant to affect others in a way. There's a glamour, kind of mysterious energy that's around you, and they feel like you're meant to affect the public in some way, you know, and have that heightened energy, kind of draw down the moon, draw down this spiritual knowledge, this magical insight from the ethers, this creativity and stuff that you have, and teach others to be so pure and wild and authentic. Yes. Yeah, but they see that once someone's been kicked out the pack, okay, once somebody has betrayed you or yours, or been very harmful to the good vibrations, and this isn't in a fake, I always talk about, this isn't spiritual bypassing. This isn't like where it's like, oh, you're pretending to be in the 5D because you don't actually care about people in the earth and the 3D. No, they see you as like somebody who's real, like you care all the way around. You know, you're just as active here and now as, you know, hopeful for future lifetimes and future generations. And that's what's beautiful. They feel like you bridge that gap, right? You might take wisdom from the elders and be able to apply it and be teaching the kids today. You could work with children, things like that. There's a lot of kids in the background, like little people being taught, and then we have the spirits from the past here, you know, listening. I said, wow, the ancestors even listening to the things that you're learning to contribute. But I meant to say you listening to the ancestors, so having a very good reciprocal relationship with the ancestors. So when somebody has to get put out of your pack, it can be hard for them to come in for reconciliation, and they might see that with you. They might see that people take advantage or burn you or don't value you for how you should be valued. This person could have done that, and then they're like, damn, it's going to be hard to regain that trust. It's going to be hard to come back. This person's kind of in a soldier vibe, and with a wand, a magical wand, like they have to level up spiritually, and they have to get out there, be a divine rebel, okay, be a real warrior, show that they care, put some work in for the pack, show that you are loyal. All right, play Rihanna and Kendrick Lamar, loyalty. Okay, so yes, they see you as fiercely loyal. So let's see what else, how else do they see you? Let's take a look at these tarot cards. We have the Two of Cups, and again we have the ancestors there close. We have the Three of Water, Three of Cups with Mama Wada here. Definitely Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. We have Justice reversed. Okay, and then you guys had so many cards come out. We have the Seven of Wands. I love this one, how she's handling it behind her back. Nine of Cups reversed. Two of Cups reversed. So you have both Two of Cups. I love that when that happens. Four of Wands. Excuse me, and Six of Wands reversed. Is that in frame? Okay. Index will be down below, guys. So they see you as somebody who, since all the cards are pretty positive as far as you being like a good person, right? Not being on too much bullshit, too many bullshits, not too many bullshits, guys. And they see you as somebody who wants to address injustice, right? This is Ma'at here. They see you as somebody who yeah, you're always seeking balance, both for yourself personally in your personal relationships, and then taking that out into the greater world and how it affects others. So you're very sensitive to injustice. And we have this here, which is literally like, you know, can be like a divine warrior card, where you're out here fighting against injustice. You're fighting against things that aren't right because you care so much about people. You care about others the way that you would care about your personal lover. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people can be very stingy, you know, and all they want is to have a personal relationship at any cost, no matter what. But for you, they feel like you will really delay gratification for yourself. You'll really give away like the shirt off your back. You'll give away your hopes and dreams. Like you're somebody, like they see you as that you're so creative or so psychically powerful or whatever, that you could be very, very prestigious. Like you could have your business popping, right? Four of Wands. They see you as being able to achieve whatever you want, but they feel like you very often will sacrifice that, so that and even make personal sacrifices from your family and from your own romantic opportunities and relationships, because you want to go out here and help others. You want to go out here and protect and defend others who need it, and make sure that you're doing something good in the world. Again, there's that feeling that once you know, someone's been kicked out of your circle, it's hard for them to come back. Okay, it's hard for them to bounce back. It's like play Bounce Back by Big Sean in reverse though, because it's not happening. It's like they think they can come back and oh They also see your family or your ancestors as being very protective, or maybe they don't know it in those terms, but they just feel that protective force around, like, man, there's got to be some protection bubble around this person. Like, why can't I get in why can't I get in closer to this person? Like, wow. So yes, they see you as somebody who, if a relationship isn't what you want, if you feel like you have to be on the defense, that you can't trust somebody, if you feel like it's bad karma, bad energy, bad, vibes, that you're not going to deal with it. Okay. You're here for a good time, whether or not it's a long time. You are here, to make a lot of good stuff happen with the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Three of Cups. You're not here for bullshit. You ain't got time for that. Okay. They see you as somebody who's just like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for this screen just acting up. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. So yes, they just see you as strong. Like, you have backbone and you have heart. Look at all the green in this card. All that green. And you even picked the green dice. Okay. So let's look at the dice. Who do they think you are with the astrology dice? We have Saturn, also green. We have Saturn in Sagittarius, so you could be from the Saturn in Sagittarius generation, and the sixth house again, Virgo energy. All throughout the astrology dice cast this reading, which makes sense. Mars and Venus are in Virgo as we film this, as I film this, and Sun's about to go into Virgo here soon, tomorrow, I think. I'll have to double check. So how they feel, that's not your dice roll yet. Saturn in the sixth house, they feel like you're a boss, like you're here to kick ass, take names, and then kick the ass of the names you took, because you complete the job. All right. You're not here on no BS. You came down on this mission from where you were. You got up out of your spirit seat, wherever you were in the other realms, and you came down here to handle some shit. Okay. And you're not about to be over here letting people put disrespect on it. You could be somebody who is very tied to like your culture, or somebody who is very very about like, don't be disrespectful because of cultures, like, or protecting migrants, or things like that, like knowledge and cultural exchange and spirituality, and some of you could definitely be like eternal students and really just have a lot of wisdom and knowledge and really go back to school. Some of you, it's going to be more like you go out into the world to learn your knowledge and wisdom, but they just see you as like an old soul. They see you as somebody who I don't know, at first they might have seen you as being like karmically burdened. This is something I want to talk about more, but sometimes when you see people who are highly spiritual or who have a big spiritual calling, you can almost think at first like, are they cursed or something? Are they hexed? Like, do they have bad karma? Because you'll see all these situations happening to them, but it's not because they have bad juju. It's because they're really out here doing the work to break down a lot of negative energies, which means you have to go into those fields and address it, right? Like, a doctor can get all bloody during surgery, it doesn't mean that they were the ones who were cut, right? It's that kind of vibe. So I feel like for you, they might have thought that at first and been a little bit nervous, or been a little bit standoffish about that and not really sure how to handle it. But now they're like, no, I think you just mad handling things, like you. And if you do have karma, like, you're somebody who you're finally like, okay, like, you might try to get away from things for a little bit. You might have non-traditional jobs. You might seem to not be responsible initially with that Sagittarian energy, but then it comes back around and you handle shit that the past 3 generations didn't handle. You know what I mean? So yes, they just see you as having a huge heart, being very courageous, being very untamable, very wild, somebody that they're gonna have to really impress to get with or get back with. Ooh, if they have to get back, they know it's a long road, and they know it's not because you're hateful. They know it's not because you're any type of bad person. It's actually because you're a very, very, very good person in their eyes, and they know that, like, man, if they ruin this, they know it's their fault, and they know they better come correct, and they feel pretty stupid for that, and they feel like, man, that was a learning curve. But at the same time, they trust, like, they're gonna take their time. and they trust that you're gonna let them back if they come with a pure heart and if they learn how to be a good person, because that's the kind of person that you are. And I think that they're really realizing more and more how much respect they have to put on you and your life and your gifts and your talents and all of that. You know, they have to be ready to rush in and have your back when things are going down. They have to be, you know, be at your six, or, you know, go ahead and, you know, someone starts messing with you, they got to get off the couch and come outside like, what's up, right? Because that's the kind of love you have. You have a fierce love for people. You're protective, you are caring, you're someone who gives heart to hearts, you're somebody who will spiritually and physically protect other people. You're somebody who walks, you know, with spiritual guidance and wants to have real enlightenment, wants to make real changes in the world. And they're like, wow, I gotta put some respect on that. So let's look at these dice here. I just feel like so much respect. Okay, who do they think you are? We have a 2 and a 1. I think the 2s, during the rolls, everyone got 2s, if I remember correctly. They see you definitely as relationship material. They also know, though, at any moment that you could decide to go and be solitary, because you have a plan, you have a mission. They just see like you have purpose, like they just know it, they just feel it in every part of their spirit, like you are here for a reason. And so they see that with you. They just, yeah, they just know it, they just know it. It's like this, I can just feel it over and over. They might sit there and actually think about that, like trying to figure out like what it is you're going to accomplish. Or they might know, they might be like, wow, you're about to set the world on fire, you're about to make some big changes in the world, you're really here for a reason. Like that, it's amazing, it's astounding, it's breathtaking to them. At the same time, there's the 2 energy here, so they feel like, you know, when you decide to be in a relationship, like again, it's going to set the world on fire. It's going to be something that's like a power couple. It's going to be something that is, you know, beautiful and destined and fated, and, you know, just like they can't imagine, like it's like, I feel like for some of you, you're asking about a romantic partner and they want to be able to be that person, but they know that it's a lot of work they have to do. At the same time, they're like, whoever would be ready to be with you, they would have to be a phenomenal person. Like almost like, as much as they might feel defensive about you and stuff and like want to have you, they're like, I couldn't even be mad, because if someone could get you that was on that level, and not some of the people who betray you and take you for granted, but somebody who was actually on your level, be in a relationship with you, I would probably be in love with them too. Like shoot. Like that's their feeling. I couldn't even be mad. Like damn, I might see if they got a brother. Okay. But yeah, they feel like you are definitely dateable. You're definitely, you know, even as formidable as you can be sometimes, you're definitely approachable once, because people see your heart, they see your good intentions, they see your love. It's just a matter if they can get to that standard and be to that level that you're deserving of. Okay, some of you might have your north and south node in relationship energies. Like you might have like Aries north node and Libra south node. So like you're good at relationships, you've done them a lot, but you're leaning towards a more pioneering, fierce, more independent goal for your soul's growth this lifetime. And so you're, you know, balancing that tandem, and a lot of times you guys make the decision to go out and handle your business and let the relationship stuff catch up, because you know it will eventually. But yeah, or you might have Aquarius north node and like Leo south node. So you're like, I've done that dating stuff, I know people like me, but I got big plans, I gotta go out here and make some changes. Okay, so they see you as phenomenal person. Okay, cue Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Okay, that's how they see you. So I hope fun to do. I just love this mix of energy. There will be a part 2 on who do they think they are. All right, and we'll get into that as well. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you again on another one. Bye.